This time on Highway Thru Hell, a wreck on a river
If anything's gonna go sour on us,
has Team Reliable
just run.
on thin ice.
It wants to tip.
A lost load
Got a house that's sitting where it ain't supposed to be sitting.
becomes a house of cards,
Easy.
requiring towing.
Watch yourself!
Then,
Oh,
Careful.
unraveling a mystery. Calling battles to get back online.
Raining, man, raining.
4:30 a.m. in BC's Fraser Valley.
It's coming down hard, bud.
Heavy winter rain is wreaking havoc on Highway 1.
Anybody got an update on the westbound? Closed.
Responding to the holdup in his 50-ton wrecker
some sort of a motor vehicle incident just on the west side of Chilliwack.
is Al Quiring.
We got a police call, and I don't have a lot of information on it.
Any tow trucks there yet?
Sounds like a nightmare.
But Al isn't the first tow operator
Rock or something, or construction?
to see what's blocking the highway.
There's an accident, yep. Oh my God.
Fellow driver Gord Boyd
Okay, not a fun part.
has just arrived to a bizarre scene.
Rolling up, now what do I find? A house.
Got a house that's sitting where it ain't supposed to be sitting.
No one said anything about a house.
Yeah, it's pretty much blocking the entire highway.
Big L coming through.
Al and Gord will have to work fast to get the mobile home off the highway.
We've got rush hour at issue. We've got traffic backed up. So we really got to get this thing out of here quick.
You gotta get the road open.
Oh boy, that's a mess.
On the Highway Thru Hell, closure is not an option.
What happened here?
1 hour before the morning rush,
Yeah, he's got a bit of a tow hook there.
a strange sight
Fella laid a house on the road.
has shut down all westbound traffic on Highway 1.
The house is on its left-hand side. The tractor's still attached to it, nose down in the ditch.
How the heck did you do that?
Al and Gord must work quickly
Not sure.
to get the unusual wreck off the road.
The mobile home, it's almost tipped over, but structurally there's no damage.
Well, this is quite the little show. Half-inch hook should do it, eh?
Yeah. Freaking blackberries here, buddy.
Al begins
So prickly.
by rigging to the tractor.
Any vehicle is difficult to rig when it's nose down in the bushes. Oh, you're fighting with blackberries and stuff like that.
Okay, tighten her up.
Tighten her up, yeah. Give her lots of boom up.
Traffic's backed up pretty good now.
Early morning traffic is building.
The race is on.
We want that trailer to come down. We want the truck to come up.
There's not really a whole lot holding that chassis on there, is there?
No.
Trailer's barely damaged, so we got to go about it fairly carefully.
A couple of pins. Not much to them at all.
I know the construction of these things, and one wrong move, now you got a house of cards that just went kapoof in the middle of the Trans-Canada Highway.
On past recoveries, Al has seen just how fragile mobile homes can be.
Oh, man. It's frustrating. See, I'm gonna pull on it a little here.
If that trailer comes down hard, the wheels go right through the floor.
Easy, 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 easy.
Watch yourself!
house survived the recovery, but the tractor is still off the road.
They might have a hell of a time getting that thing out of the ditch.
Fun and games.
To speed things up, Gord and Al keep the truck and trailer connected.
I got about 4 feet here you can pull on.
And winching from opposite sides, gently guide the cab back onto the road.
Ideally, we bring this thing up and it'll still be drivable.
Just keep coming there, Gordon. Watch out. That cable's getting real tight.
Hold on a sec, Al, hold on.
Keep coming back a little bit more.
Hold it.
Finally, the house mover is on the highway.
It's almost cleaned up.
Now they need to open a lane of traffic.
If you want to move your truck, we'll be rolling here in a few minutes.
We know damn well that rush hour starts at 5:30 out in Chilliwack.
Westbound open?
Every morning without fail. And highways and the cops want that highway open.
They're working on clearing for one lane open.
A little bit of applied physics and away we go.
Somebody's worked really hard to purchase this mobile home.
There we go.
And so we're gonna do our best to get the guy back on the road.
We'll be out of here in a few minutes, I think.
That's what we do. We'll have this thing off the highway right quick.
The tractor is drivable, but will need some work.
We're gonna have to take the truck back to the shop for some repairs. We're gonna leave the trailer in the highways pull out.
Okay.
Is that okay if you open up this lane?
Yeah, flush these guys out, yeah, for sure, yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, get them rolling.
Okay, road's clear.
Traffic from the valley to the west coast is moving again.
Pretty quick.
Yeehaw, road's open, boys.
Let's just drag her down the highway and away we go.
Yeah.
Good, we're out of here.
From the time we showed up till the time we cleared the scene was just a little over an hour. We saw, we did a little pulling. Outstanding. Amazing what you can do with 2 guys and 2 trucks.
"60 miles north on the Coquihalla Highway.
J.E. Davis is on the left now.
A classic Holmes record
Big red machine.
and a lone operator head up the mountain to a call.
Jamie's putting a bit more trust in me, to send me out to these jobs on my own, so, I don't want to disappoint him.
Cam Nino is still getting used to Jamie's vintage workhorse, the General.
It's a challenge because you got to learn controls, you got to learn the quirks.
General's a little bit of a tough truck to drive. It's a lot of work to run that truck.
But pulls like a beast.
Cam arrives at the Box Canyon chain-up
Oh, this is gonna suck.
and discovers a tough challenge.
Somebody tried to drive over the no post here.
Yeah, that's too bad. Unreal.
High on the concrete barrier, the rig straddles the chain-up area and northbound lanes of the Coke.
Half in the chain up, half out. It's a head scratcher. He's right over the no post here. He's into this brand new light post. It's my first experience getting off a no post like this, especially the way he's wrapped around. You can see he's on his fuel tanks here too. My concerns are the fuel tanks, obviously, and the light post. He's got a big problem here. Yeah, I don't know. How people do this, I don't know.
The driver's fine
We're just waiting for my traffic control,
and still inside the cab.
and then I'm gonna figure out how to get you out of here. Last thing I'm gonna do is drag it backwards and then puncture the tanks. I'm gonna try and do this very delicately.
If the fuel tanks are ruptured, hundreds of gallons of diesel could spill onto the road.
I'm just gonna try and pick it up and push it back. Maybe we'll get him out of here.
To help with traffic control, Brandon arrives on scene.
Morning.
What's up?
I'm gonna need at least a lane.
Okay. I have to have a head on a swivel, making sure no trucks are blowing by or anything like that. It's a stressful job, but it's necessary. I'll go set up my signs.
Yeah, okay. How long do you need? You know, end of the day, it's always good to have running around.
Okay, sounds good. I'll be right back.
All right.
Even with traffic control, Cam will work beside one live lane to keep the highway moving.
Well, I'm gonna throw a couple lines on and see if I can walk them back a bit.
Cam rigs 2 lines to the front of the tractor.
2 winch lines for more control. Be able to pick it up on one side more than the other.
And with the driver's help,
Try and go back a bit.
he lifts the cab backwards over the barrier,
Okay, stop.
trying to keep away from the light post.
Okay. Nice and easy.
But as Cam winches,
Hey!
Anybody know what Box Canyon's looking like?
on the coke,
There's one down on the top of the no post down here.
Okay.
Cam Nino works beside a live lane
Hey!
to release a wreck from a concrete barrier.
Hold on. Nice and easy. Okay. Put your brakes on.
Just up the road,
Not all cleared up, but they got single lane.
Brandon alerts traffic to the recovery, but one lane remains open.
Traffic is still flowing. We don't have it closed down.
Cam has the tractor nearly off the no post,
Oh, we're not leaking fuel any, so that's good.
but the wreck still blocks a lane.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down here, I'm gonna pull back of his trailer.
Cam repositions the General, putting himself between oncoming traffic and the back of the trailer.
Well, anything can happen. Now the hustle's on.
He rigs to the rear of the trailer
Come on.
and will have to winch it straight back to keep it away from traffic.
We're gonna straighten out his trailer, get him into one lane here. Hopefully get him driving under his own power and back into the brake check. Ready?
But as Cam starts to pull,
Hey!
the driver releases his brakes too soon.
Just stop. You're blocking the lane now. What I want him to do is lock his brakes up so when I pull that trailer straight, it pulls the tractor under the trailer instead of going out into the live lane. I want to straighten his truck and trailer out so he's not blocking the lane.
The tractor is finally off the barrier.
Never.
Cam has the wreck out
Go.
and the driver on his way.
I feel good about this. Definitely feeling like I won this one. We're done. Yeah, you can clean up and go. Thanks.
Teaming with Cam was a great thing. If there's another one that comes up, sign me up. Let's go.
We're safe. Everything's good. Happy. Okay, there we go. Higher to accelerate now, and I still got a smile on my face. I'm coming down the hill. I feel like $1 million.
Anybody know what's going on up there? You're good, driver.
Later that day, in the Fraser Valley, some unfinished business is underway
Hey, Sparky.
at the Quiring Tow Yard.
We're gonna get noisy.
Al's team is taking the unusual step of repairing the tractor from the early morning mobile home recovery.
Taillight's in.
And his son, Kerry, is in charge.
We're just helping him out to continue on his way.
Just hours ago,
He landed himself in the ditch. There's a little bit of damage, that's expected.
Yeah, there's a few little aches and pains. We'll get her out of here.
It's not perfect, but we're getting there.
Kerry's learned a lot from his father about going the extra mile.
Riding along with my dad all those years, he's helped out numerous amounts of people.
In fact, the family's connection
Hook on and go.
to the mobile home industry goes back decades.
My mom and dad used to haul mobile homes through the 60s, early 70s when I was a little kid. I'm pretty sure they've gotten help along the highway for somebody too. So we'll just pay it forward and make the guy's day.
The repairs are done, and the driver is reunited with his rig, ready to haul away the house to its final destination.
I'm sure these guys appreciate the extra little bit of time and care from strangers. That's what tow guys do. They look after strangers.
"125 miles northeast, reliable towing has dispatched a 30-ton wrecker to a remote location.
We're heading south of Merritt. A resident was involved in an accident the other night.
Operator James Luke is taking the truck he calls Black Sheep into the backcountry.
There's a lot of steep grades, 500-600-foot drop-offs.
Navigating the icy mountain road.
And he should be right here.
James arrives at a sharp bend above the Coldwater River.
All I know is it's down there.
Joining James on scene
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
is fellow operator Adam LeBeau.
Adam is new to our company. I think it's a good idea to have him come up because he's an outdoorsman.
The wreck is a pickup truck, 120 feet down, resting on a sheet of ice.
With how far down they went, I'm really amazed they're alive.
The driver lost control on the corner, left the road, landing on the ice just feet from the river. Incredibly, the occupants escaped with only minor injuries.
I was told it was 60 feet.
No, that's a lot further.
It would be a terrifying ride.
James carefully positions Black Sheep
Keep going back.
closer to the edge,
Okay.
and Adam prepares to make the descent.
Adam's gonna be the guy running up and down the mountainside with the cables and chains.
Definitely going to be more challenging than the average recovery.
Oh.
We're using heavier chains, heavier cables.
Okay, ready?
Adam starts to climb down to the river to rig onto the truck.
He's got to be careful of his footing, grabbing onto anything, branch, stick.
Pull. Ooh, steep.
The bottom of the slope
and slippery
is nearly vertical.
It's a bit of a drop to the creek bed. And if I slide off the top of that, I could wind up broken arm, broken leg.
Is he over the drop?
He's on the ground now.
Adam reaches the bottom with the rigging, but is standing on thin ice.
Adam!
On the banks of the Coldwater River, near Merritt, BC.
Adam!
Ooh.
A close call.
Oh, that's cold.
On thin ice.
Went up to about my knees in the water. Parts of my legs were burning, but I still have to finish the job.
Adam starts to rig.
It's looking a little bit cold down there. I'm glad I'm not Adam. Just one for now. I want to roll it over. Now this is a potential hazard for getting frostbite. So I need to get this job done and over with. We good? You ready?
Take up some pressure on the yellow line.
Rigging complete, Adam moves to higher ground.
Okay.
Team Reliable is ready for the ascent.
Come on.
But as James winches, the truck slides, threatening to topple onto its roof.
It'll make it a lot tougher. Son of a bitch. Bringing it back up the mountain. Come on. Is it on its wheels?
Yeah. Hold on. Let out some slack.
Yeah.
Okay.
To get the truck up the steep slope, Adam rigs a second line.
We good?
Giving James more control.
Okay. You got to pull the orange line in.
Okay.
Now, 3 tons of metal must crawl up the 60-degree slope.
Right now, one of the biggest challenges is the angle that the truck has got to climb up. It's almost vertical, especially at the bottom. There's a 30-foot section that's straight up and down. Adam, I'm switching sides of the truck. If anything's gonna go sour on us, just run.
I'm going that way.
I'm in a kill zone. I could get seriously injured if the line breaks.
Okay, watch yourself.
Okay, you good?
James switches back and forth
Yellow.
between color-labeled winch lines,
Orange.
but needs Adam to guide him from below.
He's really close to the truck, which is not what I would normally want. But he also has to be my eyes down there.
Yellow.
Because I definitely cannot see anything.
Perfect.
With the truck pointing straight up,
Go.
the winch lines are under heavy load.
It's very dangerous. A chain could let go, a winch line could snap.
As it has on past recoveries. Excessive load can snap a line.
She's all yours.
20 feet from the top.
You're gonna hit the tree. Hold on. Oh, stop.
See if you can turn the wheel. The wheels are turned right now. It's gonna throw us towards one tree, which I don't want. But if it hits a tree right there, we're pretty much screwed.
The truck's front axle was torn apart in the crash.
No, wheels are broken.
What?
The steering wheel won't turn.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Near Merritt, BC,
You're gonna hit the tree.
a high-angle recovery
Son of a bitch.
has hit a snag.
Oh, stop!
Reliable towing operators James Luke
1 second.
and Adam LeBeau are struggling with a pickup truck that's not lining up.
I pulled the truck up as high as I can. The tree's in the way.
The truck tumbled 120 feet, landing beside a river.
So Adam, I'm gonna get Mike. We'll throw a line down there and just...
To here and suck it that way?
Yeah.
To finish the job and steer the pickup around the tree. A second wrecker joins the battle.
Straight back. Okay, stop.
The 1-ton will redirect the rear of the pickup. Then both wreckers will bring it up to the road in a slingshot maneuver.
Just wrap it through the wheel. You ready?
Yeah, tighten her up a bit.
Okay, go on the red lever. Start bringing it in a bit.
Adam directs James and operator Mike Wolke from below.
Go orange, James!
Okay, hold on, Mike.
I got 2 operators above me that I got to work with. So I'm just making sure that
Bit more on the orange.
they're not fighting each other.
Okay, keep going, Mike.
Looking good.
The wreck and Adam
Lower the boom.
are finally up top.
Adam did really well. I'm pretty impressed with everybody today.
Yeah. Good job, buddy.
It's a great feeling. You want a hug?
You got it up, buddy.
Turn your truck sideways so we can get traffic through here. Send them through!
Coldwater Road is opened up to local traffic.
Thanks. We have a flat deck to tow the truck back into town.
And as night falls, the driver of the pickup returns.
You know what? It just happened so fast. I was just expecting the hard thump at the end, and yeah.
Okay.
With the wreck secured and everyone safe, it's a job the Reliable crew won't soon forget.
Everybody did an amazing job today.
You're good to go north. Keep the shiny side up.
Yeah, you guys, what's that coke doing? It's gonna get ugly.
40 miles southwest,
Coke's got a snowfall warning up.
an overnight storm has brought nothing but trouble.
One broke down.
Responding to a stranded trucker
Don't worry, boy, there's a wrecker on his way.
is Jamie's lead operator, Colin McLean.
All right, 10-4, copy that. Let me know. Oh, I just got off the phone with John. He's got a guy that's blown the transmission because he was probably spinning out.
Okay, you're good.
With traffic control in place, Colin backs down to the stalled semi.
I can't even see.
Paralyzed at the bottom of a long hill.
let us go and do what we do. What happened?
Transmission.
This particular driver's truck, he's blown the transmission. What about the back?
13,000.
13, okay. The load on this thing is a bunch of steel scaffolding. When a trucker tells you how much he weighs, add 10,000 kilos. She's done.
The loaded semi won't be an easy tow-up for Colin's wrecker HR-126.
Usually when we're pulling these guys up the hill, they're assisting us with their drivetrain. This guy's just pretty much dead weight.
I'm gonna give you a bit of a run at it. When I start to go, just come off the brakes.
HR-126 isn't really designed for heavy pulling up a grade. More of a little highway hauling race car.
The 25-ton wrecker was originally a wreck, rescued by Jamie 4 years ago and rebuilt for recovery. But HR-126 was designed mainly for highway hauling.
I don't like doing this in my little truck. All right.
Colin will try to get the semi moving.
Oh, what kind of trick I learned?
Under engine power alone.
Come on.
But the dead weight
Bite, baby, bite.
won't budge.
It's not really grabbing. So I'm gonna have to come up with another plan.
Colin heads to the back of his wrecker
What do we got here?
and grabs the controls to his lines.
You can get a better bite a lot of times on winching than clutching a guy.
To get the stalled semi up the steep incline, Colin will switch back and forth between winching and driving.
I'll winch him up a couple more times into a little bit better flat spot area. Just trying to get him off the tip of this grade, and then we should be all right.
I'm winching him forward about 40 feet.
I'm just rolling forward.
Colin free spools out another length of winch line. But as he attempts another pull,
Oh, you're kidding me.
The line came out of the drum.
Oh, that's great. Awesome.
I'm just climbing up the hill here. It's greasy.
on a steep section of the Coke,
Come on, baby, come on.
Colin's heavy tow-up
Oh, you're kidding me.
has just unraveled.
But I drove a little bit too far, and the end of the winch line come out of the winch drum.
The line came out of the drum.
Happens.
Hey, John, my line come out of that drum.
I've got 150 feet of wire rope that's not attached to anything.
Colin and John work fast
Hey, feed me some through.
to get the winch line back on the drum. But Colin
Where's that hammer?
has to be careful.
There's a plate on the winch.
Do I got a pry bar in there or anything?
A tensioner locks the line in.
That'll work. Perfect. Okay, don't touch anything or you'll rip my hands off.
It's a place where you can get fingers caught. So you really got to be careful.
Okay, winch it in slow. Keep going. Yeah, keep going, keep going.
The line begins to coil around the drum.
Keep going.
Just to get a couple of wraps on that winch line.
But the cable needs to be wrapped perfectly to finish the job.
Okay, back up, and when I start to go, I'm gonna try and get over here into this stuff.
With HR 126 respooled, Colin tries again.
Get into it, get into it.
Finally, the 70,000-pound load.
Oh, there's the good stuff right there.
Is on its way.
Well, we're moving for now. That one was a little tough. We overcame.
Despite the unexpected roadside repair,
I can't believe I had that much trouble with them.
Colin gets the job done.
Now he's moving now, that's amazing.
And is ready for the next one.
Things are gonna get wrecked. Those things kind of suck, but as long as nobody gets hurt, then it's a good day.
Have a safe night.
"90 miles southwest, under clear skies,
Here is wide open.
Mission Towing rolls out to a call in the Fraser Valley.
We're gonna bring it out to Mission Unit 9-0. We'll see what we got.
Operator Dylan Greenwood.
You said it might not come up on GPS.
And company boss Ken DeParent head to a work site.
We got a call from the customer who needed a big wrecker.
Ken and Dylan arrive at a new subdivision under construction.
It's a very ritzy neighborhood, very nice area.
They've been told to look for a cement truck.
Okay, there it is. Oh, wow, look at that. It's not a cement truck, it's a pump truck. And they are very heavy.
The 70-foot-long pump truck
You got a bad night?
Ah, it's getting there.
has sunk
Heavy, heavy.
into a soft driveway.
What do you weigh?
About 44 kg.
44.
44?
At 44,000 kilos, or nearly 100,000 pounds, the pump truck dwarfs Dylan's wrecker.
It's over twice the weight of our wrecker.
And the massive machine must be at another construction site by morning. With extendable booms reaching 200 feet, pump trucks stretch across construction sites to pour liquid concrete. The truck's folding arms tuck back onto the vehicle for transport.
What are we gonna do?
Recovering the pump truck will be a huge challenge.
So we're gonna rig a little heavier and help it out of the driveway it's stuck in right now.
But as Dylan rigs,
We don't want to damage the pavement here.
Ken has another concern. Ripping up fresh asphalt and concrete curbs.
I'm worried about the new pavement because if we put our legs down, we will peel that pavement right back.
To anchor his wrecker, Dylan wants to drop his spades, but
We don't break this, we don't break the pavement.
he's overruled by his boss.
I'm gonna put no marks on this because it's brand new.
To winch the pump truck up the driveway, Dylan will run a double low line with 2 snatch blocks to maximize his pulling power.
Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, bring her back.
Dylan begins to winch.
Just easy, easy.
But the pumper is putting up a fight.
Don't spin them, okay? Give a little bit. Little bit, stop. Little bit and stop.
Now Dylan's wrecker is being dragged backwards.
Our issue is anchor. I have enough pull. I don't have enough anchor.
A foot at a time.
I'm trying to overcome the weight that's stuck.
Tighten up.
You get in trouble here.
Oh, there. Whoa, whoa.
In BC's Fraser Valley,
Tighten up, Dylan.
Ken and Dylan are in a tug of war with a 50-ton pump truck.
Hold it. Dragging you back?
I'm just skidding back. That's the only thing. I have too much
I
pull.
know, but when you put another block on, it will make a difference. It'll make your load lighter. I'll show you.
Ken's solution is to add another snatch block. But Dylan has his doubts.
If it works, I'll give you $100.
Really?
Yeah, sure.
I'm confident Ken's plan's not going to work.
Hopefully, it'll make our pull easier.
Get full.
I can't. I need help.
I would like to just dig the spades into the ground and pull this thing up.
A little more. Right on.
But it's not worth fighting with a DeParin.
Makes it easier, believe me.
With the extra snatch block,
Okay, go.
Dylan winches while Ken jams blocks of wood behind the wheels
You're in real trouble, Kenny, if you start spinning.
to keep the pump truck from rolling away.
Okay, come on back.
His hand inches from the 50-ton load.
Keep going, Dylan.
Watch yourself.
If you get too excited, then you start making mistakes. Then accidents happen.
I gotta back over the curb, Ken.
The boss's strategy
Wait,
isn't working.
what's that?
I have to dig in.
So Ken lets Dylan try it his way.
So I take the wood takes the load, not the curb.
Let's hope.
Using blocks to buffer his wrecker's weight, Dylan backs over the new curb.
A little more. Good.
At least I can dig my spades in as far as I can go.
Yeah.
And anchors his truck into the ground.
All right, hopefully she sits this time.
Okay, we're ready.
Firmly planted and closer to the target, Dylan pulls again.
We gained about 6 inches. Coming.
Yeah.
Until finally, the hulking vehicle crawls up the driveway.
We're winning now.
Dylan was right. Put the spades in the dirt, sink them in. That really makes the difference.
Stop there. Whoa! We're over the hump. We gotta pull forward.
Finally, under its own power,
Keep going.
Pull the cable.
Yep.
Keep coming. Keep coming.
Just tell him to stop before he rear ends me.
Whoa!
the pump truck is out.
Woo! That's it. That's the winner. We got her.
Awesome. Thank you, Dylan.
No problem, anytime.
It doesn't always work the way you think it's going to work.
Yeah, concrete looks good. We didn't damage nothing. So there we go.
I think Dylan did very well on this job. He had the right idea.
I guess the old man owes me $100. Good, take care, buddy.
After a long night and a friendly bet, Ken and Dylan are homeward bound.
Ken was good. He's happy. As long as the boss is happy, that's all that matters.
$100 lighter, but I'm happy.
Next time on Highway Thru Hell, a terrifying moment captured on camera.
Oh, so many pieces.
Kicks Merv into action. A northern journey tests Jamie's iron will.
Wow, it's a rough road.
And
the other one's coming tight.
A towing legend suffers a devastating blow.
Ken has had a major heart attack.